following the release of the company's mixed earnings reports this morning. Shares of government contractor and data technology specialist Palantir Technologies are in free fall today, dropping 11%. Wall Street had only anticipated $470.3 million in sales for Palantir's third quarter of 2022. Actual sales were $478 million. Nevertheless, profitability fell short of a penny. Palantir only made 1 cent per share instead of the street's anticipated 2 cents per share, and even this was on an adjusted basis. You see, Palantir's losses were really 6 cents per share when measured in accordance with Generally Accepted Accounting Standards, GAAP, and they increased over the prior year quarter. However, not all of the news was terrible despite the defeat. After all, revenue did surpass projections, and sales growth was just phenomenal. Sales grew 22% on a yearly basis, and U.S. revenue increased by 31%. Palantir's biggest asset was its business clientele in the U.S., where revenues increased by 53%. Revenue increase for the U.S. government was 23%. The most puzzling thing about those numbers, though, is that they are all higher than Palantir's 22% total sales increase, including the 23% U.S. government growth, the 53% U.S. commercial growth, and the 31% overall U.S. growth. Palantir didn't specifically mention this, but it seems sense that if the only figures the firm highlighted were higher than overall revenue growth, then growth may very well be languishing someplace else, maybe among international commercial and government clients outside of the United States. Or maybe the slow rise in sales outside the U.S. was simply the result of disadvantageous exchange rate fluctuations. In either case, that should likely be monitored moving forward. Speaking of which, Palantir informed investors that they could anticipate the business to produce sales of around $504 million in the fourth quarter, representing growth of 16%, and $1.9 billion in overall sales for the year, or growth of 23%. By the way, both of those figures exceeded analyst expectations, and that reality doesn't appear to be benefiting Palantir stock all that much right now.